activities were undertaken in a timely manner and were of expected quality and quantity. I was also unable to verify the reasonableness of the costs of these activities and functionality in regard to the completed works. As a result of insufficient information, I want you to note, as a result of insufficient information, I was unable to conclude on the service delivery of the project. This is the report of the Auditor General. The account. So, in my own thinking, I think this is the reason as to why they have not appeared to be availed with the documents. Could be there is something to hide. So, honorable colleagues, I want your proposals on how we should handle the Ministry of Works. We normally give time to colleagues if they write in response to our letter and giving reasons as to why they cannot appear, and at times making proposals of when they can avail themselves. But for now, we have no response. Our colleagues are not picking, so we need to agree as a committee on the way forward. Thank you.
Like we have read, he says he was not able to get information. But in his opinion, he still says he got sufficient information to make an opinion. So which is which? Because I would expected that the information he wanted on the work plans and budgets for that particular project was enough to see whether there was efficiency and cost effectiveness in terms of reasonableness of cost, and whether the works were completed in accordance with the budgets. But he says he never got that information. So, and yet he goes ahead to say, to give an opinion, which opinion I can't understand the contradiction, and I'm at pain. However, if information to office of the Auditor General, who is marks of that particular entity, then to me that is quite irregular, unexpected, and I think even criminal. But then you don't get surprised if the same entity does not want to appear before Parliament. I think it is contempt of Parliament, disrespect, and I wish that action should be taken against this entity. Otherwise, if they had any reason why they would not attend, they should have put in their apology and given a reason why they can't attend. But what we have read to us, Madam Honorable Chair, is that they received the letter for invitation and they have not communicated otherwise. I thank you.
Yes, Honorable Nekesa.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to, I've had this exercise. However, I would like to suggest that since that ministry is under leadership, political leadership, one of us, colleague, maybe we would first engage him and see to raise our complaint over to him. Maybe give him a call or maybe so that he can see what he has to say before we go, so that we get that angle also.
You mean the minister?
Yeah, Works himself. Trying to get
okay.
Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Bangura.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, it's that we came quite early and expecting to meet our guests to enable us go through these important audit reports pertaining to the services that we expect this country to enjoy. Unfortunately enough, we have not been able to see the guests for one reason or the other. And like you've rightly said, delivery of the services is the key, and that is what everyone expects. That's what everyone expects. Out there, people are looking at what services have been delivered, and that is the ultimate reason for which we're here to share with them. Chair, you're aware that over 11 billion shillings have been expended in this project. And when you look at services alone from the loan column, we are talking about $2.199 million. $2.199 million. And you look at works is $3.1 million. And then goods and services is 5.5.
No, repeat that. Which page is that?
Yes, this is on page 8. This is on page 8. Page 6.
Page 6?
Yes, page 6. The services is $2,199,000. Then works is $3 million.
We've gotten, yes.
Yes, it's $3,102,000, and then goods is $5,513,000. So these are all components that are related to the expectations of the community out there and the benefits arising from this facility that we got from the African Development Bank. And we would definitely be interested in seeing results, and it is only through these interactions that we get to know the progress of the works, and the expectations are there too. However, Chair, like you've rightly said that every single effort has been made to try and reach the Ministry of Works team, the PS and his team, to no avail. I would request that it may not be late. It may not be late. These are still our partners. It may not be late. Let's give them another opportunity to come, so that we can exhaustively look through this. Because now we might also find ourselves being judged on one side. Let's give them benefit. But it is good we have already highlighted the concerns that we have seen, where we will request at that opportune time when they will come. They should come armed enough to give us very good responses in terms of execution of this project. I thank you very much.
Thank you, honorable colleagues, for your contribution. Our liaison of
some issues have been raised, and one, there was an issue to do with what the accounting officer said in respect of the delivery of services from implemented activities. The auditor noted that a number of things, and then he was not availed the documents, the work plans. And the accounting officer, if you went down the audit issue, the accounting officer explained, if I can read verbatim, that it is true.
What do you want to, where are you driving us to?
Now, the accounting officer is concurring with the Auditor General that the work plans were not there for a purpose, and the purpose they were not there was
that is none of our interest. You are aware that whenever an audit is just goes to any entity abruptly, they are given a notice and timelines are agreed upon.
Yes.
And when any original documents, and if they carried, this office was aware that we were going to receive auditors. Yes. If they were not, I mean, the auditor always gives time, and if you are not able to provide documents this day, provide a timeline at which the auditor will be able to get documents. I want to tell you, Salongo, never get interested into those. Don't take us to that level. You know, documents where so many audits take place in an entity. It's about an entity to study and see how to deal with the different stakeholders. Otherwise, you cannot refuse to give documents to an office that is supposed to oversee the usage of government resources, and you think you can give these other excuses. So could be that is the very reason as to why they have not been able to make it to this place. Honorable, and Negesa was making a proposal. No, we've closed on that.
It is the main reason why Auditor General left it as an outstanding issue. But
to some extent, the Auditor General is also less on his part. As the Auditor General, how can somebody fail to give you documents? And no, let us get to that level. The Auditor General is an office of Parliament, an office of Parliament responsible to cause accountability. The Auditor General is not given documents, and what he does is to document. I have not been given documents. Don't you have, what else can you do? Because, you know,
in the circumstances, what would
you just note that they have not given us?
Do you fight them? Do you break?
So was this deliberate? Actually, no, clarify on your part. Was this deliberate on their part, or the laziness of the office of the Auditor General?
Madam Chair, I had the laxity. But you see, when we are going to an entity, we write to them and specify the documents that we want, and send it to the accounting officer. And whenever there are documents that they provide, we keep documenting which documents have been received on which date. And by the end of the audit, this particular document remained outstanding. So, I mean, we also keep reminding the accounting officer that we have not received this document and this one.
And you give a positive opinion.
I want to concur with you that the best use open stores to look for documents. So if they refuse to give you, you just note. I think you did your part.
Yes. Then, Chair, another thing that I gave a clear opinion on the accounts of this entity, of this project. And when we go to an entity, all the opinion that is given is on the financial statements and the underlying documents. So when the Auditor General looked through the documents, the financial documents and the accompanying statements, there was nothing that maybe would lead to him to qualify the accounts. The opinion is on the accounts, and the entries that are made. Yes.
Do you have something to say?
Yes, I am the one who raised it. I have audited the financial statements of multinational like Victoria for their ended 30th June 2020 and reviewed. Are we there? And I want you to mark these things. Page 9, where there is opinion. I have audited the financial statements of multinational like Victoria Maritime Communications, blah blah blah, for their ended 30th June 2023 and reviewed the internal control procedures relevant to generation of accounting information presented in the financial statements and those relevant to control over project finances and safeguard of its assets. I obtained all the information and explanation I considered necessary for the audit. And that's why my point is, I obtained all the information and explanation I considered necessary for the audit. Now, in my opinion, the project management maintained an adequate internal control system for the preparation of reliable financial statements, control over finances, and safeguard of the project assets during the year ended 30th June. Now, where the contradiction is, if you say you have obtained all the necessary information, and you come and say, I did not get this information, that's a contradiction. And that's my point. So unless if you make a disclaimer in your opinion, and say, and you make a disclaimer in your opinion that except for this, where I did not get this information.
I was imagining maybe this is on what he started by saying, I have audited the financial statements of multinational, and the opinion is on the financial statements.
Yes, but you see, I wanted to say Honorable Kunya, but Mr. Kunya, we have been in this and we shouldn't take the bet on it. Where do the financial statements come from? The financial statements come from records, transactions, and books of accounts. So if you don't get sufficient information in regard to that information, then where do the financial statements come from? Because you just don't look at the statement of income, statement of financial position, cash flow. No, you must come from where the information comes from. But anyway, we shouldn't.
Let's not take that direction.
Yes.
But Mr. Kunya, please take note. To get documents, you could not ascertain whether there was value for, for whatever was done, and at the end of the day you give an opinion. Because for me, I think that is where the author also undermines himself. Because for there, I qualify you immediately, say that you can know what to do. You fail to give me documents, and you say, because you also should use the tools that you have at your disposal. So you handle people with soft gloves, you give them a clean opinion, and there you come here to claim and cry for us. What do you want us to do for you? So also use the tools at your disposal. Otherwise, honorable colleagues, I want to thank the Right Honorable Speaker who gave this committee more time. As you are aware, our time had elapsed the 6 months, where we could not handle the 513 entities and the projects at the same time. We are given extra time to ensure that we give a keen detail and we interest ourselves into how projects are handled. Every one of us knows that most of the government money is in projects, and we've been giving attention to the main ministries. So I want to assure the Minister of Works that they will appear before this committee, and they will be answerable for some of these issues that were raised. So honorable colleagues, I want to thank you. Honorable Nekesa made a proposal of us engaging the minister. You saw me on phone. Accountability is not about the minister. Accountability is about the accounting officer. Otherwise, as the supervising, as the head of the entity politically, I think picked interest in knowing why his officers have not appeared. And for here I was speaking to Honorable Katumba Amala. He's telling me they have been busy with this RAPEX, and I think there was miscommunication. This is what he tells me. He has called his PS, and the PS says there was miscommunication between him and the officers that handled our letter. But then I asked, is this the reason as to why the PS is not picking calls? Neither the officers are not picking. So, at the end of the day, there is no coordination between the statement of the PS and the statements of the officers that we liaised with, because you cannot claim that you get a letter and you cannot inform the PS when it comes to accountability. So, honorable colleagues, this being the first time the Minister of Works is acting this way, I would suggest that we give them more time, but with a serious caution. We have spent government money today. These are resources. Members have signed in the book because they have attended, and we shall be paid. All of you have taken the tea. That is government money. No, these are resources and idle. Just imagine if you have committees of parliament, 5 of them, that have had similar engagements, and the entities have not turned up. That is a waste of government resources. So we cannot escort any agents to the direction of wasting government resources as a committee. And we give time to these agencies. If you have reasons for not turning up, you write back to us and we reschedule. It's not that we are so tight and strict on these agencies. No. The Cancer Institute wrote timely enough that we shall not appear because of such and such reasons, and we rescheduled them. They will appear on another day. But you cannot make these honorable colleagues and our staff spend sleepless nights in reading these things. People, keep aside other assignments and come for the committee, and for you disappear without even notifying the entity that I'm not coming. So we cannot allow this impunity. The minister must know that we cannot just take this for granted, and the PS must give a response to why he did not respond to the letter that we wrote to the Minister of Finance. So we are going to write a letter to them, as the Secretariat is going to write to them, scheduling this meeting for another day, and then requesting them, not requesting, we are going to ask them to explain why they have not appeared today without any written or verbal communication to us, indicating the reason as to why they did not appear. Otherwise, honorable colleagues, I want to thank you. We are going to be so strict on projects. We are going to handle projects because that is where government money is. We are strict on ensuring that we get value for money in regard to government resources. We are not here to help these ministries waste taxpayers' money. When it comes to issues of the lake, we have so many challenges. So if such a project is got, issues of communication, people are dying on the lake, and our officers cannot come to make response of their, Yes, Honorable Angura.
Yes, thank you very much, Chair. Chair, what I want to have is donor funds and also funds that are sourced through credit from our development partners here and there. And aware that this is borrowed money, we really need to save value for this money, because those who will pay this money, some of them are not born, some of them are young. So for us who are taking the money, we must really take it very, very seriously, that the benefit for these resources that our partners give us, our donors give us, that we borrow, is put in good use. Because that is what constitutes most of the funds in the budget. I thought I should have put that clear. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable. And there is evidence here that we wrote to the ministry, and our letter, we anticipated that the ministry has a clear system of dispatch and delivery of their letters. So for us, we did our part. The letter was delivered, and we are going to take it up as administration to ensure that the ministry is answerable for whatever has happened today. Yes, the minister has tried to reach out to us, but these are issues of the accounting officer. I want to thank you so much. Meeting adjourned to tomorrow 9. Thank you.